She doesn't love you, not the real you. She loves the man she made up in her head. And the day you stop playing his role, you'll be replaced. When the fantasy collapses, when the mask comes off, you're left alone, confused, broken, asking, what did I do wrong? The truth? You didn't do anything wrong. You just stopped being a good actor in her movie. Jung gave the solution: individuation, becoming whole, recognizing every part of yourself, and living by your own direction, not someone else's script. But it's the hardest work you'll ever do. Most men never start this journey. Why? Because from childhood, you've been trained to chase approval, to seek validation from women, to measure your worth by their praise. And as long as you do that, you'll keep playing the same role over and over until the moment her eyes look away and you're replaced again. Individuation is not easy. It's a brutal fight. You have to look inside, face the parts you've hidden from yourself, your weaknesses, your fears, your broken pieces. Stop blaming women for not understanding you and start understanding yourself. Because here's what Jung saw, something most men never understand. A man is not the one who gets chosen. A man is the one who chooses himself. Your value doesn't come from a woman's love. It comes from standing alone, awake, responsible, alive. A man who has faced his own darkness can't be trapped in someone's fantasy. He's no longer part of someone else's story. He's the author of his own reality. It always starts the same way. She doesn't see you for who you really are. She sees you as who she wants you to be. She sees potential in you, or maybe just a reflection of her own desires. You think she's looking at you, but she's actually studying you, testing you, as if you were an empty canvas where she can write her story. But that story isn't yours. It never was. Carl Jung figured this out a long time ago. He wasn't a motivational speaker, and he didn't sugarcoat. He spent his life exploring the hidden layers of the human mind, the parts that work silently, the parts we're not even aware of. And there, he saw something unsettling. Women don't fall in love with men. They fall in love with the idea of men, a fantasy, a projection. The strangest part? Most women don't even realize they're doing it. You think she's attracted to you, but she's attracted to the man she has imagined in her mind. She's already cast you as a character in her mental movie, and when you no longer fit the role, she doesn't fix the script. She replaces the actor. Jung called this animus, the hidden male image inside every woman. When that image is immature or uncontrolled, it becomes a tyrant. It pushes her to reject good men and chase the wrong ones. It makes her argue without reason, dominate without wisdom, and judge without responsibility. Jung called it an inner possession, a kind of mental slavery. Many women don't even realize they're not acting from their real self, but from this inner fantasy male. And you fall into it because you were never taught to see it. You believe that if someone chooses you, they must truly know you. You think that if she says you're special, she must understand you. She says you're different, and you believe the lie. But in truth, you're just the next face for a role she's been casting since childhood. Jung noticed that the biggest tragedy for modern men isn't rejection. It's their willingness to reshape themselves for a woman's approval. You call it love, partnership, compromise. Jung called it self-betrayal. A man who never grows his own mind slowly becomes like wet clay, shaped by women's expectations, until he loses his real form and becomes just a mask that smiles, agrees, and plays every role. Eventually, he forgets who he really is, and women feel it deeply. The very things you think will make her love you more, your constant availability, your obedience, your predictability, are the things that quietly push her away. Why? Because as Jung explained, women's instincts don't pull them toward comfort, ease, and safety. They're drawn to mystery, to challenge, to the man they can't fully understand or control. The day you open yourself completely, without boundaries, without spine, is the day you stop being attractive and start being invisible. And here's where the real trap lies. You're more afraid of being alone than of being fake. You're willing to lose yourself just so you don't lose her. You accept living a lie, but can't bear to stand alone without applause. Jung said it clearly, until a man learns to stand alone, he can never be free. Individuation is not for the weak. It demands the death of the false version of yourself, so something real can be born. This path, it's lonely, terrifying, because once you walk it, you begin to see things you can never unsee. How people play games, wear masks, and lie to themselves just to feel okay. When you try to tell them the truth, they laugh. They call you cold, arrogant, too serious. They blame you, but you're just a mirror. And people hate the mirror that shows them their truth. Jung said projection is a thief. It steals reality and replaces it with an illusion. The woman who once saw you as her hero will one day see you as her enemy, not because you changed, but because you failed to fulfill the fantasy she never told you about. You were never that man to begin with. The second you give away your emotional center by overreacting, by becoming anxious, by chasing, you lose the power that keeps her attracted to you. Stay balanced. Stay centered. Keep your own life, your work, your goals, your friends intact. Don't build your world around her. If she crosses the line, speak calmly but firmly. If she keeps disrespecting you, walk away quietly, not to punish her, but to protect your peace. Protect your freedom. Be sovereign. A man with a mission, vision, and discipline doesn't abandon his path to keep a woman happy. He invites her into a life that already has value, direction, and meaning. Machiavelli once said, "A man who is not the king of his own life will be forgotten." Stop trying to be chosen, because you've already chosen yourself. Be the prize. Stay sovereign. In a world where most men are lost, the man who knows who he is, what he wants, and what he will never compromise. He is unforgettable. Don't fall for love by losing yourself. Lead, building, hold. Carry that silent dignity of a true man,